What's up, everyone? This is Multi-Prometheus 1's Blu-ray and DVD reviews. My last video was done really badly simply because I wasn't doing it on my good camera. It was on my laptop's webcam. But this is my good camera, so it should look and sound a lot better than my last one. This is one of my absolute favorite TV shows, Firefly, and then the movie they made afterwards, Serenity, DVDs. So first, we're gonna go for Firefly. Firefly is, it's not like the average sci-fi show, simply because, well, it gives a more like actually possible prediction of the future than most other ones, because on this one Earth is run out of resources and overpopulated, so they all have to leave, and they go out and terraform a bunch of moons and planets that they find to make them habitable. The world's two biggest superpowers, the United States and China, combine to make one government, and they kind of take over the galaxy, sort of. And it's the only sci-fi show I've ever seen where there aren't any aliens. So that's kind of interesting. But it's one of my absolute favorite shows. Once you watch the pilot, you'll get hooked instantly. It only lasted 14 to 15 episodes, unfortunately, simply because the episodes were maybe accidentally, maybe not accidentally, but they were aired out of order, and not all the episodes in this DVD actually aired. It was just, this show was not given as much of a chance as it should have been given, and as a result, it was a failure on TV. But then once it became released on DVD, it sold like a ridiculous amount of copies and became a cult classic. So the reason it only lasted 14 to 15 episodes, the reason I say 14 to 15 is because it depends on whether or not you consider the pilot, the 2-hour pilot, to be 1 or 2 episodes. It's listed as 1 episode, but in parentheses after the name it says parts 1 and 2. So it's kind of listed as both 1 episode and 2 episodes at the same time. We look on the back and it says this quote, "A very funny, very terrific sci-fi show," from the New York Post. We got some pictures from the series. It says 500 years in the future, and there's a whole new frontier, and a crew of the Firefly-class spaceship Serenity is eager to stake a claim on the action. They'll take any job, legal or illegal, to keep fuel in the tanks and food on the table. But things get a bit more complicated after they take on a passenger wanted by the new totalitarian Alliance regime. Now they find themselves on the run, desperate to steer clear of the Alliance ships and the flesh-eating reavers who live on the fringes of space. Special features, it has all 14 episodes. See, it says 14 right here, so, but I'm still not sure where I stand on that. Audio commentary on selected episodes. I personally don't watch TV show audio commentaries. I don't. 3 behind-the-scenes featurettes, 4 deleted scenes, 3 unaired episodes. Now, these 3 unaired episodes are included in the 14 right there. So it's not like there's 17 episodes. There's 14, and those 3 unaired ones are included in that. Gag reel, audition tape, and more. And I believe it's Alan Tudyk, I don't know how to pronounce his last name's audition, who played Wash, the character Wash. So, yep. I have seen every episode of this show, but I have not watched all of them on this DVD because I watched the series a couple times on Netflix first before I bought this DVD, and I have not watched all the special features yet either. The main reason I'm doing this review is A, I love Firefly, and B, there are 2 editions of the DVD. This one where all 4 discs are in one case, and then there's another one where it's a box set and each disc has its own case. And if you go on when I went on YouTube and I looked for other Firefly DVD reviews, I could only find the one where the box set was, and it had, each disc had its own case. That's the only one I could find. I could not find any for this particular edition. So when I ordered this one in the mail, I said, if I get the one where all of them are in one case, I'm definitely doing a review. And that's when this is the kind that came in, so that's what I'm doing. This just came in the mail a few days ago. I had ordered it, and I'm really happy I have it since it's such a great show. In the inside, you have discs. Disc 1 lists all the episodes, special features, and these are the names of like the documentaries and stuff. We have some planet terrain. The disc art is pretty much the same for each disc. It's a picture of Mars, and I think that's interesting because it's kind of suggested that it's in another galaxy or at least another solar system, so why they would put a picture of Mars as the disc art, not exactly sure. But again, the disc art looks exactly the same for each one. So, yeah. And really, on the side, it's a picture of the main character, Malcolm Reynolds, and it just says Firefly, the complete series. And then there's all the characters on the front. Well, after Firefly got canceled, and it got released on DVD, it became really successful on DVD, and it gained enough of a cult following that it was made into a major theatrically released, movie. And this is the only movie of a TV show. Canceled TV shows like never ever get made into movies, with the exception of another series I really enjoy called Stargate SG-1, but that was canceled after 10 seasons, and the movies were direct to DVD, whereas this was canceled after 14 episodes, or 14 to 15, and this was not direct to DVD. This actually went in theaters, so this is a little more cool, amazing, I guess you could say. This is the standard standard edition DVD of Serenity. There are other ones. There's a collector's edition, 2-disc one. There's this really cool edition of the movie that's a steelbook, and it's got a Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy, and ultraviolet. That's the one I originally wanted, but then again, this was only $4 at BJ's, so I said $4, that's cheaper than Amazon.com, might as well pick it up. But yeah, basically this movie was made to act as a proper series finale for Firefly, but at the same time be a science fiction movie that you'd be able to understand without watching Firefly first. So that's why the summary on the back says basically almost the same thing as a summary on the back of the Firefly DVD, because they're trying to make sure you can understand this movie without seeing Firefly first. Now, seeing Firefly first really helps, and it makes you more attached to the characters and stuff like that. Bonus features, deleted scenes, outtakes. The outtakes are really funny. I had fun watching those. Joss Whedon introduction. In my opinion, the Joss Whedon introduction Joss Whedon's the creator of Firefly and this movie. That should not be as a special feature. In my opinion, that should play after you push play movie on the main menu and play before the movie. It just works better that way. Another Relighting the Firefly talks. I've seen all the special features on this, and it talks about how Firefly gained enough fans in a cult to become a movie. So, and there's an audio commentary, but that I have not watched. It is rated PG-13. There is a sex scene, some sexual references, and a lot of language, so it's PG-13. But it is a great movie. It is my top 3 favorite sci-fi film. Excuse me, my top 5 favorite sci-fi films. This is number 3. It works good as a standalone movie that you watch without watching Firefly first. It'd be like, hey, you may want to get this just for 2 hours of enjoyment, but it's just a movie. That's what you would feel if you watched it without watching Firefly first. If you watched Firefly first, like I did, then you become emotionally attached to the characters and you've seen all this stuff that's happened before, and this becomes like the greatest movie ever. It honestly feels more like a proper Firefly series finale than a major motion picture, because the last episode of Firefly does not feel like a series finale at all, because it was not intended to be a series finale. It was just intended to be just a regular old episode in the middle of its first season. So, yeah. Firefly and Serenity, both of these are on Netflix. Go to Firefly, watch the pilot on Netflix. You will get hooked immediately. You will become impatient for the next episode, and it's just an amazing series. Watch the pilot on Netflix. You will not be disappointed. So, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you on my next video.